Well, we got quite an eyeful, didn't we, at the Super Bowl halftime show. Things got a little bit cheeky, so to speak, with Jennifer Lopez and Shakira. Now, it was an entertaining performance, but, well, nothing says family-friendly like J-Lo on a stripper pole, right? Well, some are saying it was a bit over the top. What do you think this morning? For analysis, we're going to be joined by Accetta. She, who we've had the opportunity to talk to in the past, she's an internationally known personal development and success coach, expert on gender issues, and author of the book, How to Defuse the Landmines We Plant in Our Own Lives. Accetta joins us at 6:35. Well, it was scintillating and it was entertaining. Question is, was the steamy halftime show starring Shakira and J-Lo at ages 43 and 50? They looked great, didn't they? They were amazing. And the show was entertaining, but did it cross the line, as some maintain? 6:39 now, 1310 KFKA, 1310 KFKA.com. Before we talk with Kelly Accetta this morning, internationally known personal development and success coach and expert on gender issues, and the author of How to Defuse the Landmines We Plant in Our Lives. Kelly, hope the weather's a little bit better where you are this morning, but I have to admit, I was looking forward to the halftime show, and from the get-go, Shakira's up there just dancing for all she's worth. She looks great, but as the fringe was flapping, I was like, oh my, this is a little in your face now, isn't it?
That could be the title of the whole halftime show. Mm-hmm. In your face.
In your face and a bit cheeky as well.
Yes, absolutely. And, it was great. And at my age, I'm 51, I'm actually on a competitive hip-hop dance team. So as a dancer, I really appreciate, and women who are just owning their sexuality. That's
sure.
Awesome.
But how cool is 41, that? You're on a hip-hop dance team. Good for you. You go, girl.
But what's really what I feel is where she kind of missed the mark is, they just didn't have to have the costumes the way that they did. They really didn't let their performance be the focus. It was all on the crotch.
Yes, it truly was. And I mean, I couldn't help. I'm watching J-Lo channeling Janet Jackson with a lot of her moves, but the costume was designed to focus your eyes on one place and one place only.
I know, and it just didn't have to. She didn't have to go there. She's talented enough. But and this is the thing that I coach women on, I coach people on, and all the time is, people have to do their own thing, and we can't judge them. So I'm not judging her. I am, though, judging in the network for, not having some say in costuming, because, there were kids. I was at a Super Bowl party, and, we were all sitting around the TV. And when that came on, they were so uncomfortable. The boys that were teenagers had to leave the room. They were just,
oh my gosh.
So uncomfortable.
What about the parents? What were the parents' reactions?
The parents were the same thing, kind of mixed. It was like, wow, look at her. She's 50, she's 41. They were appreciative that, go girl. But in the same regard, they're like, you didn't have to go there. It was just the costuming was really what took it to a lower level. The dancing was spectacular. I think the whole show would have been it would have landed with a 100% thumbs up if they hadn't gone there with their costuming.
Yeah, absolutely. And nothing says family friendly like a stripper pole, right?
Oh my goodness. I can't even on that one.
I can't even.
Again, that was just so over the line. And, I on the Twitter feeds that were out there, people were like, but it's fitness. I'm sorry. No one at this point associates a pole with a fitness class.
Well, now, wait a minute, Kelly. I've seen those coupons, as I like to call them, those coupons on Groupon for stripper pole fitness. So it is a thing, but I'm not sure it should be a thing during the the Super Bowl halftime show.
That's what I'm saying. No one associates it with a fitness class yet. Maybe 5 years from now, after that's become a normal thing. But most are gonna, and again, they've got kids watching. They've got all those kids on the field, and now there's a whole generation of young girls that are like, "Wow, that's fun. Let me dance on a pole."
Yeah, J-Lo's 11-year-old daughter, who can belt it out just like her mom can, was on stage with her. But, I have to wonder. I mean, and I don't want to sound like a prude, and neither do you. I mean, it was electrifying. I mean, these women are hands down talented. There's no question about that. And, you've got evangelist Franklin Graham saying the Super Bowl halftime show was sexual exploitation. And I'm not so sure I'm going to go to that level. These are consensual adults, J-Lo and Shakira. They made their own decisions, and they wanted to stand out, and indeed they did. But here's my question. Does it send some mixed messages objectifying women during a time when the #MeToo movement is trying to get everybody away from that trend?
Well, and again, we've just got to rely on our nation's populace to have common sense. If you're in any situation, if you're going to walk into a boardroom with a really, really short skirt, your neckline plunging, you're going to have people looking in places they shouldn't look. And if you're not okay with that, you might not want to necessarily walk into an office like that.
Yeah, it's going to generate a pretty specific reaction, right?
Yeah, exactly. Because they chose to wear these costumes. They chose to make themselves a sexual object. It was their choice. And again, if a woman wants to objectify herself, I'm not going to be someone who judges them. They're walking a whole different journey than I've had to walk. I've been in an insecure place in my life where I needed to have that power of sexuality and that femininity, and it served me well during that time. But you just, at some point, hopefully, women want a deeper understanding of who they are and their strength. And those two women are strong women. No one convinced them or talked them into doing anything. They chose to dress that way and do those moves. So, again, I'm not here to judge any other woman. I don't think it was appropriate for all of us. I've gone to a J-Lo show. I've been to her concert in Vegas, and I knew what I was buying my ticket for.
Oh, sure.
I think it caught everyone way by surprise that it was during the family-friendly football Super Bowl. I think that's where that was not a good situation.
No, I don't even have young children, okay? My children are grown. But the bottom line is I'm sitting there, and here comes Shakira, and the fringe is flying, and the camera angle is such that, well, you're kind of focused on a particular section of her anatomy. It was cringeworthy, Kelly.
Yes, absolutely. It was. I just can't get the whole backwards song out of my brain, and it's already Tuesday. But I guess that's the whole point. With entertainers, they're trying to leave a lasting impression.
And indeed, they did.
And again, these are entertainers. These are not people shaping our national policies. They're not, let's not give them too much responsibility or credit. But like I said, I just wish that it just didn't have to go there with the costumes. It could have been a fantastic show without those costumes.
Yes, I couldn't agree with you more. Kelly Accetta is an internationally known personal development and success coach, expert on gender issues, and, talks about her own experiences with sexual assault, sexual harassment, and sexual assault in her book, How to Defuse the Landmines We Plant in Our Lives. And again, you're not blaming, you're not pointing fingers with the title of that book. It's just kind of a cautionary tale. Be careful what you portray.
Well, with the landmines I talk about, they're all things that I had to diffuse in my life.
Mm-hmm.
One being offendability. And we've got a whole nation of people that are offendable right now. And we just need to understand what the set of rules and guidelines you live your life by is not necessarily what everyone else lives their life by, and you cannot expect them to. That's unfair. So, the book is just a lot of great, solid advice and information of how to get rid of things in our lives that we do that rob us of our joy.
Sounds like great advice. Where can we find your book?
Amazon or barnesandnoble.com or my website, which is truth.coach.
Kelly Accetta, hip-hop dancer extraordinaire, internationally known personal development success coach, author of the great book, How to Defuse the Landmines We Plant in Our Lives. Thank you so much for weighing in on this. I certainly do appreciate it.
My pleasure, Gail. Have a wonderful day.
You as well. 6:50 now, 1310 KFKA.